Good morning, students. Welcome to the Moral Science video for this week. We will be discussing life and death and the prayers associated with it. Section 5, we'll begin it. So, just to begin, Baha'u'llah says, the purpose of God in creating man had been and will ever be to enable him to know his Creator and to attain his presence. The most excellent aim, this supreme objective, all the heavenly books and divinely revealed and weighty scriptures unequivocally bear witness. It's a simple concept. What is the purpose of creation of human beings? According to Baha'u'llah, the purpose of creation of a human being is to enable him, make him strong enough, make him powerful enough to go ahead and attain the presence of God, so that human being rises so high that one day it can enable itself to find the presence of God. And all these details have been given in the supreme objective of the God, have been described in heavenly books, divinely revealed secrets in scriptures, and unequivocally, both without any difference of opinion, they stand witness to the fact that that is the purpose of creation of human being, that they rise so high that they can get near to God. Whoso hath recognized the day spring of divine guidance and entered his holy court hath drawn nigh unto God and attained his presence, a presence which is real paradise, and of which the loftiest mansions of heaven are but a symbol. Whoso hath failed to recognize him will have condemned himself to misery of the remoteness, a remoteness which is not but utter nothingness, and the essence of the nethermost fire. You see, so there would be two kind of people. One who would be able to achieve that, and who they will enjoy the pleasures of paradise, the presence of God, mansions as big that they cannot have imagined in the planet Earth. They will be finding them as a symbol. And whoso fail to recognize this fact, now how will they suffer? Whosoever fail to recognize this, they will condemn themselves to misery, and such a misery which would be of nethermost fire. Nether means low, nethermost means lowest, right? Lowest level of fire. And they will live a life of naught. Naught stands for zero and nothingness, right? Such will be his fate, though to outward seeming he may occupy the earth's loftiest seats and be established upon most exalted throne. It doesn't matter in the outermost appearance how does he appear. He may be appeared to be sitting on the highest throne or the best of mansions, but God would have discarded him. His soul will rot in the nethermost fire. That's the question. Now the first question is, what is the purpose of creating a man? The purpose of creating a man is so that the person could get near to God, right? Who is day spring of divine guidance? Day spring of divine guidance is a person who attains the presence of God. To whom are we drawing near when we recognize the day of spring and guidance? We are getting near to God. What is real paradise? Real paradise is staying with God and enjoying his benevolence. That is real paradise. What can we expect if we do not recognize the day spring of guidance? Then we will burn in the nethermost fire. That's what has been mentioned. What condition do utter nothingness and nethermost fire refer to? It's a condition of mystery, condition of being condemned by God. That's what it is. Moving on to section 6. Abdul Baha says, in the beginning of his human life, man was embryonic in the world of the matrix. Matrix here stands for environment. The social, cultural, political environment is called a matrix. So, when a man began as an embryo in the matrix, in the society, in the environment, in its environment, and then what capacities did he receive? There he received capacity and endowment of the reality of human existence. Then once he reached the embryonic stage, later when he reached the society, reached an environment, he was given by God certain things so that he could understand the reality of human existence. The forces and powers necessary for this world were bestowed upon him in that limited condition. The force and power necessary to survive on planet Earth was bestowed, given with honor. Bestow means to give something with honor by the God. In this world, he needed eyes, he received them. Potentially in the other, he needed ears, he obtained them there in readiness and preparedness for his new existence. So he needed eyes, he needed ears, that were all provided in the other world. When he came to the world, he was ready with the things he needed for his existence. The powers requisite in this world were conferred upon him in the world of the matrix. So all the powers that is required to survive was conferred, was given to a man in this world of matrix, in this environment, in this social, cultural and political environment. Therefore, in this world, he must prepare himself for the life beyond. That which he needs in the world of the kingdom must be obtained here. So therefore, when you have got all the things necessary to survive this world, you have to prepare yourself now. Now it's a duty to prepare yourself for the other world that you would be going after your death. Right? That which he needs in the world of the kingdom must be obtained here. Just as he prepared himself in the world of the matrix by acquiring forces necessary in this sphere of existence, so likewise the indispensable forces of the divine existence must be potentially attained in this world. Right? Now this is very important part of it. Whatever was needed to survive in our life, we obtained it there from God. Now whatever we need to survive there, we have to attain by ourselves here while we are alive. Like he prepared that, and all these divine powers that you would need when you face God, when you receive the attainment of God, you will have to attain in this world. Now, true or false? We receive the capacities and endowment we need for the world in the world of matrix. Did we receive it in the world of matrix? Yes, of course, we came in embryonic, and then we could say our condition in the matrix was not limited. No, that is false. Our condition in matrix was limited. We needed certain things, and that's what we are dependent upon. Let me find another one. Just give me a second. Now, the purpose of this life is to acquire the forces and power necessary for the next life. True. True life begins when one dies and goes to divine kingdom. Absolutely true. We read it in the previous sections also. True life is the life of the soul. True. True life begins in the world and continues after physical death. Yes, that is also true. Our life begins in this world. We acquire all the positions required over here, and then we go ahead for the proceed for the other world. Well, this will be all for today. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.